In this video, I'm going to share with you how this card you're looking at right here is going to cost me about $5,000 to $10,000 and exactly what went wrong. So I made a training for you guys with a Google Doc, step-by-step, exactly what happened. And what's funny about this whole thing is 3 months ago, I made a video on how I thought I was going to make so much money on this card. As you can see all the confidence I had, and I'll put the video somewhere around here. But lo and behold, now this card is not sold yet, but I'm probably going to lose about $5,000 to $10,000. There's still a chance I might make money on it. But here's the training. Let's go to my computer and let's get into it. So just for the record, I'm making this video knowing I'm going to get a lot of shit, but I figure why not be authentic? So you're going to get access to this Google Doc, and you can see there's actually a YouTube video of me talking about this deal 3 months ago when I purchased it. You could see what my thought process was, and it made sense. But let's go through what actually happened. And the card's not sold yet, but figure this would be a nice little video. So I purchased this card for $30,600. You can actually see it right here. This is the sale. And the why I bought this card, well, Zion Williamson's market was in the shitter. Okay, so I love to buy guys when they're cheap, sell them for more. Like right now, if you look behind me, you probably can't see it that well, but there's a lot of baseball cards because they're really low right now. I'm going to hold them for a few months and make some decent money. So Zion's market was low, and this card was regradable. So what that means is I was going to crack it out of the case and send it in for regrading. Now, as we can see here, the subgrades on the card were this. So the centering was a 7.5. The card wasn't centered that well, but the corners, edges, and surface were all clean. They all look clean, pristine, 9.5. I even looked at them myself. Look good, right? So this tells me the card is in really good condition. It just wasn't cut off the factory line that well, which is fine because my thought process was Beckett, I know, cares a lot more about centering, but PSA not so much. So I can resend this card into PSA, and that's exactly what I did. And I looked, so 2 months earlier, so remember, I bought this card April 2nd, you can see right there. 2 months earlier in February, a PSA 9 sold for $60,000. Zion's market was worth a little bit less, so maybe it was $50,000, but I said to myself, this card is a very realistic chance of getting a PSA 9 because PSA doesn't care as much about the centering, right? So let's send it in and let's make a quick $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. So that's what I did. I sent it in, and even if the card got an 8, like I knew there was no way this card could get less than an 8. Impossible, because the card's just in such good condition besides for the centering. Like at an 8, I break even at the worst. So it's like break even at the worst, make a lot of money at the best. You know, why not give it a shot? And the 1% chance it gets a PSA 10, which it wouldn't, but if it did, I'd make, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000. So I was like, fuck it. Let's do it, right? So the card comes back as a PSA 6. I'm like, holy shit, that's not good. That is not good. And I was like, how could this card get a 6? It's not centered well, as you could see right there, but damn. So I looked at the card a little bit more carefully, and I noticed the top right corner was a little bit bent. And when I looked at the card when I was buying it, it wasn't that way, right? So the only thing I could think of is when PSA got this card, they're dealing with so many cards so fast, who knows how careful they're actually being. Did they damage it a little bit, right? And I'm not just saying this because I'm butthurt, because obviously you could tell I am. I've seen them do it a bunch. It's happened to me before. It's happened to other people before. They have damaged cards. I mean, you can't blame them, right? These cards are so thin and nimble, and, they get damaged easily. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I am fucked. So I sent the card to Beckett, okay? And you can see this card ended up getting a Beckett 7.5. So right now, where it stands, I would sell this card for about $20,000 to $25,000 in that range. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But the problem is, right, everyone can see what I paid up here because this card's pretty rare, right? If I go to sell it, they're going to look if there's any sales. So this is where this card's sitting right now. And to give you a better view of the card, this is what it looks like. So you can see what I was looking at, right? The centering, the left to right, looks pretty good. Just that top is a little bit smaller than the bottom, so that's kind of why it's off. But I know there's a problem because these surface and corners used to be a 9.5, and magically now they're a 8, right? So the card somewhere along the line in transit got messed up. I don't know where. I'm assuming it was with PSA. I'm going to speak with them. I'm going to go to the California card show and see what's up. But I'm probably going to crack this card out of the case and send it back in at the actual card show live to see what happens. Maybe get an 8, 8.5, 9, hopefully, probably not. But that's my hope, and that is what happened with the Zion Williamson Black Gold. Hopefully you enjoyed that training, and I know putting stuff out like this, I'm going to get a lot of crap. People are going to say, you're an idiot. Why would you do that, right? But hindsight's 20/20.